Good to know the elementary school training still will stay.
There you go.
Yes.
Hello, everyone. We are the Rubber Duckies mentorship group, or we're a few of the members.
Yeah. A few members,
That's-
like a few of the
Hi,
members.
Adam. The other half of the mentorship group is not here, but there were. Izzy moved behind me. I was here. There you go.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm Izzy. I'm a first year RITSEC major. Hello, my name is Amira. I'm a second year. That's it.
My name is Nathan. I am a first year CSEC major.
Thanks for that. So basically, a rubber ducky, they were patented by Hack 5 what was it, 2000 something? I don't know. They're patented by Hack 5. They're also called bad USBs, what they're also known as. Pretty much what it does is it pretends to be a keyboard for your computer, because a USB, when you put it into your computer, the computer actually will recognize it and question it, but if you put it in a keyboard, it won't do that. So what it'll do is the computer gets confused and allows the rubber ducky to do pre-written keystrokes on the computer to download pretty much anything you want, or for it to do anything you want. It's not malware or a virus. It's actually just an exploit. You can put malware or viruses using it, but in of itself, the whole idea is just an exploit of the computer. The uses: discrete execution of commands. If you want to mess up with someone's computer. Harmful commands, malicious payloads, and you can also automate tasks with them. Some people have used rubber duckies for good things. I don't know why you do that. Update Windows, apparently. There were multiple people on multiple forums that just said they use rubber duckies to update their Windows. Which, okay, that's a choice. Then also set up computers. Actually, a lot of companies do that. They use bad USBs and rubber duckies to automate the task of setting up computers, so you don't have to pay someone to do it, because it'll automatically just download that kind of stuff onto your computer.
What do they look like? Well, as you can see, it's clear. There isn't much to say. Flash drive. They look like flash drives. Or they could be flippers. Or they could also be used like these. Now moving on to the history. They were first, or as I said, made in 2005, probably before. They were made by the US and Israeli intelligence agencies to first infiltrate the Iranian nuclear facilities as a secret malicious computer worm. It was first made to override the nuclear centrifuge systems to damage the equipment, while modifying the control systems to show that everything was completely normal.
So now to what we did as a group. Ash, our lovely mentor, started us off by just writing bash scripts. Why? Because we're beginners. We need to know what you can do with just keystrokes. So with Ash, we were able to set up Ubuntu virtual machines. Most of us were able to set up Ubuntu virtual machines. And just write funny little scripts to do stuff. We learned the basics, loops, moving files around using curl. And since all a ducky does is send keystrokes, it was really just easy to take those bash scripts and load them to the file and have the ducky implement them. Because it's any keystrokes you can do on a keyboard. So now the ducky script. It's kind of a language. It's a scripting language. It's really only used with duckies themselves. Extremely simple. You have comments and you have essentially keystroke commands. There's not much to it, not really. And what we did was we took our bash scripts and essentially told the ducky script, okay, write this. Very simple. And then we moved past, because we didn't actually have real rubber duckies. We had these little Arduino microcontrollers that are a lot cheaper. And so our ducky script couldn't be loaded directly on to the rubber duckies, onto our bad USBs. We had to turn it into Arduino code. Some of them broke. I think mine was the only one that broke. It wasn't my fault. But it was essentially just writing in C++. There are tutorials on how to write or how to put code on an Arduino. None of us use ChatGPT, especially not during the meeting. Absolutely no one.
So we ran into some issues, as you do. First issue, converting Bash to Ducky to Arduino. It's a lot converting, and so stuff would get messed up. Sometimes it wouldn't convert properly. It was great fun. We learned that nothing works on Mac. One of our members is not here, Jupiter. Love them. They have a Mac. Couldn't download so much stuff. It was actually a pain. That was fun. They ended up using Ash's computer. That had to be plugged in at all times, or else it would die. It was great fun. This was all also happening at 9 o'clock at night. It should be known. Some of the Duckies were broken in one Arduino code. Some of the Duckies were broken. And some of the Duckies wouldn't work on everyone's computer. I had actually, all of my things are USB-C, so I'd get an adapter for that. So yeah, that was kind of just like a pain.
And now we get the special feature when Devin showed up, because we invited him. You can see him up there, asleep on the couch. He bugged me for, I think, the last week to show him the slide. I didn't show him the slide. So what is the Ducky? It's probably known as a USB valve. It's a little project that has a USB port. You plug the USB controller into the USB port, and it can tell if it's a Ducky. How it works, it's a chip you attach to a Pi Pico. I think the only time I would ever use Pi Pico. And it will show you what the USB is sending. So if it's sending text commands, oh, maybe my USB I found later on shouldn't be doing that. But the rubber duckies fought back. And with DuckyScript 3.0, you can also parse input, and it could detect what device is being plugged into. And so now USB Valve lets you change the config of what it appears as, so the Ducky can't read. There it is. Thank you, Devin. I have the chip now, and I will be using it eventually.
Yeah, so then we were like, so basically we started calling ourselves the Quack Pack because like it's the Rubber Ducky group. And then I jokingly said, what if we all made matching bracelets? And then Ash took it to an extreme and bought us little charms of ducks for the bracelets, and now we all have matching bracelets. So I mean, like, we're kind of iconic at this point. So yeah, I did not make this slide. It should be known. This is not my work. I do not take any credit for it. Questions?
Yes, questions.
Yeah.
Yes.
Exactly.
That.
Caleb, that is a duck. That is a tiny little rubber duck. Does it have a little loop on its head?
No.
No? Okay. Okay, well, so, okay.
I will just experiment more with other things. I don't know what exactly, but yeah. Okay.
So, as I said before, Devin gave me the USB valve, and I want to experiment with that, as well as actually getting a rubber ducky that runs DuckyScript 3.0, because that gives me a whole lot more stuff I'm able to do, and just seeing like what's possible on my own computer, non-maliciously. Yes, Zach? Do we have a demo? We did have a demo, and then the link to the YouTube video changed. Yes. So there was a demo at one point. Just imagine us plugging in a USB, and a little shell pops up briefly, and then it opens up a Firefox tab?
Chrome.
Oh, it opens up a Chrome tab and plays a YouTube video. Yes, Zach?
Yeah, well, you know,
How did we feel being under Ash's leadership? Ash is a little
Great.
silly.
No, we love Ash. Ash
We
is the
ended up
best.
meeting from like 9 p.m. to 10 p.m. was the official
On the third
time
floor.
on the third floor
On
of
the third
Golisano
floor.
on Thursdays. It normally stretched into like 10:30 p.m.
And we'd all get to walk
Sometimes
back
11.
together.
Yeah, we all got to walk back together. It was nice. Ash was a great mentor. Yes, Zach. once again. How can this be used offensively? Do you know of any nuclear reactors nearby?
Okay, next question.
Yes.
Moving on.
Yes, Kenny.
So, there's this thing, right,
Mhm.
where what am I trying to say? Give me a second. Let me close. So, do you know how much power it takes to actually power this device?
I do not know how much power it takes to actually power
Great
Arduino microcontroller.
Cool. I think it's probably the Duckies for like 3.5 volts. 5 volts probably step down in there for the actual microcontroller.
Something smaller.
There's this video on YouTube that I think I posted in the hardware channel, which is not for fucking posting GPUs, it's for hardware. Well, I guess hardware. And it's this guy, and he's like, I'm going to use this term very loosely, do not quote me or laugh at me. But he's effectively edging devices for it, right? And he's looking at how much power it takes to actually trigger a device to like actually pop up when the device is whatever it's called. Which you can hypothetically visit.
That seems actually cool.
He's had this device suck just enough power to charge it or power the device without it popping up in the rest of the device.
Thoughts.
It wouldn't work, but it could be.
It wouldn't work, but you could get it to work. So like
That's so next level.
essentially an invisible. Like to the system, it's invisible.
Should be for a mind trick. That's it.
That would be an interesting project.
To be able to use the active driver, it's a lot of stuff. You should look into that.
I would definitely look into that. Okay. Should I
Moving on. I have a question. Which one of you is going to be the new mentor? If it's
No,
initially-
good question.
Which one?
No, Ash. No, Ash. No, Ash. No.
Ash, choose someone. Ash, choose your favorite.
Here.
Ash is the favorite. That's Raina.
I do have to say, Raina did. No, Raina showed up once.
I showed up once.
Raina
For like
showed up
5
once.
minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
On the question.
Chase, what is your question?
You guys ever wish that you just had like an easy contraption to hold on to like a rubber ducky on like a keychain or something like that?
You know, Chase, I actually lost my rubber ducky because I didn't have it attached to me. I kept it in my headphones case and I lost my headphones case.
For you.
No, that was